it's important to have someone who really supports what you do in a relationship and know, like, from the beginning of the relationship, hey, this is who I am. I'm into comics. I'm going to be traveling. You know this, and I'm going to continue to do this. And if they don't support it, you might end up divorced, like me.
It's not even real till you lose a girlfriend or two. When I get married, I'm gonna have like me, you know, in the cake you have the groom, the bride, the groom, like a pencil stuck in the cake because she's hitched with the art, like. And that's the relationship. Adrian, come over when you're finished. What are you doing? I'm drawing. Like, come over when you're finished drawing. Come over when I'm finished. Okay. I'll see you like in 3 weeks.
I got into the mill where you had to get the work done. You know, you're having to do 300 pages a year or something plus, and you have a relationship. There's very little time for other stuff. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where I turned out I probably wasn't as cool as I must have seen, you know, sitting alone in a room drawing odd pictures.
And I couldn't spend all my free time working on it. Besides, I was married, and I had to give my wife some attention at some point.
And if you have a day job, you finished up 8 hours, you come home, and maybe you haven't seen your girlfriend in a couple days, but you want to do some drawing too. So you're like, why don't you come over, we'll rent a movie, I'm going to work. And you can't do both. They like the idea, some girlfriends like the idea of having to date an artist, but they didn't like the idea that boyfriend wasn't available for them because they're working on their artwork. Particularly if you're drawing another woman. And sometimes I actually had girlfriends that would get a little jealous of the girl. I go, she's not even real. She's gonna pay for our date tonight. We sold a few books last weekend.
There's pros and cons to like having your life partner like be really into what you're really into. So it's like I mean, there's like things like, you know, I kind of wish she was like a little more into Star Wars, but on the other hand, it's like, you know what? I'm happy having Star Wars to myself.
I used to buy into that. In fact, she used to be a gemologist, work at a jewelry store. And when we started doing well enough that she could quit her job, I mean, she started coloring my stuff when she had the time, when we first had those opportunities for color books. And then we decided, should you do this full time? You know, because she was getting offers from Art Adams to color his stuff, and so what do you think? And we were both terrified that if she worked at home, we'd get sick of each other. Because again, we had bought into that. But then we used Paul and Linda McCartney for an example, or Paul Newman and Joan Woodward, who spent all their time, every possible moment. They loved each other, and they wanted to share their lives together. So for instance, everything great that's happened in our lives, we've been there. We've shared it together.